Time. In a certain way, an unconditional concept. On the other hand, very fascinating. Memory connects everything that lies in the past, and some statements will reverb long into the future.
It is said, I believe, that so many creations today are just like all the rest. Independence, then, has always been the attitude at Porsche. To do not what is expected, but what we feel is right. We all have a desire to create something that will show we were here and did something of value, to create something timeless.
A timeless creation, something that remains over the years, and it'll let us travel through time in our minds. Take the first Porsche 911. It was called 901 in the first place. It reminds me of that very special spirit of the 60s. The age of the hippie culture. One man inspired millions with his dream.
Lift off. Lift off.
Mankind took a giant, small step onto the surface of the moon. It was a powerful decade, full of color and love, and many fell in love with that newly developed car. An iconic design, the foundation to an unprecedented sports car legacy. The whole era so interesting and intense. Think of the 70s, the fashion, the lifestyle, the music, the dance. Technology so original and design so compelling. And the 911 meeting exactly that spirit. The G model a huge success as the first descendant, the turbo took things even further. Up to 3.3-litre capacity of raw turbocharged power. Breathtaking performance, cause for goosebumps and childhood dreams ever since. With its 16-year life cycle, the G model determined the bold and passionate lifestyle of the 80s. A decade of remarkable developments. The 911 witnessed the world changing. Ronald Reagan calling out to tear down the wall. And on the 9th of November, '89, then fortunately, everything changed very fast. The 911 had evolved and moved forward as well. But despite the technical progress, the 911 has always remained a symbol of freedom. And freedom was the spirit of the 90s. We started to phone everywhere. China began to open up and experienced an economic boom that boosted the entire world economy. And the early internet moved the world forward into the digital era. Just then, The 911 got fried egg headlights. Pretty analog approach, I'd think. But besides the organic design, the car was an enormous technical evolution. It was the first water-cooled 911 with the most sophisticated braking system of that time. The Porsche ceramic composite brake is still with us today, and without braking, the 911 advanced into a new millennium. We soon found ourselves in a new age of social media and revolutionary mobile devices. Talking about revolution. At that time, Porsche began to apply hybrid technology in racing, a success story that still has an impact today. Connectivity became the new buzzword. The whole world got connected, always online. An iconic Asian dance move became a worldwide phenomenon. Nowadays, we hear a lot about virtual reality. Digitalization is everywhere. Even the 911 seems like a computer on wheels to me. But besides all the electronics, the car has always remained a true sports car. It also stands for the strong racing tradition that's so important for Porsche in general.
Porsche win Le Mans!
The Porsche 911. It's had a long and fulfilled life so far, creating fantastic memories across the world. More than 1 million 911s have been built so far and counting. And in the last 55 years, the world around us changed very much too. Many objects in our daily life have been totally transformed. Some technologies disappeared. Many new ones emerged. And the 911 was always there. A gentle but consequent evolution. It's the core of the brand and forms the foundation of the entire Porsche portfolio. A timeless design relevant for generations. All new, all the time. Time. What if we just say for a moment, there is no time at all? There's no such thing as past or future. Let's assume that all time takes place now. You can think of it as the pages of a book. While we are reading, the pages are separated. But when we look at the book itself, the story is actually in one place. It's always now. It's always here. Timeless. Innovation has to be timeless. Simply put, it's about staying relevant. Innovation means always daring to take the first step. It's converting ideas to technology.
The new Porsche 911. Timeless machine.
To create something timeless.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be out here. We're actually not far from Hollywood, so we need a twist of Hollywood here tonight. He is a star in Codename Uncle, Guy Ritchie's movie. He has been fighting in a hotel battle in Hotel Mumbai. So please welcome, I'm going to be a gentleman here. I will open the door for him. Armie Hammer, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. So, mate, that was a pretty tough drive for me, but did you enjoy it, and what do you think of it?
I mean, I don't know if you can tell, I'm still smiling. I feel like a kid in a candy shop when I'm in one of these. I mean, it's fantastic. Very gracefully done, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah. You got under a little bit of pressure, mate, because a lot of guys before you in the acting scene, James Dean, Paul Newman, Steve McQueen, who's a legend, he's my favourite. Have you got any favourites? Because these boys love these cars. So
yeah, no, man, I think you nailed it. That's pretty much the top of the list. You know, Paul Newman for me will always be a personal hero and a favorite, and also as someone who loves cars, knowing that one of your heroes is also a car enthusiast and a great driver is fantastic.
I know you did one of your first drives in a 356, right?
I did. I learned to drive stick shift in a 1955 bathtub Speedster, a 356. And my dad got the car for my mom as like here, you know, this will be a great car for you to drive around. But she got too many speeding tickets in it. Yeah. So he said, okay, that's mine now. I'll take that. And then when I was about 12 or 13 years old, he taught me how to drive stick in it.
And ever since then, that's really what's brought you to the brand. So
yeah,
you're loving Porsche to this day, mate. You've been out to the Experience Centre here in the past.
I have. I raced out here. I came out to do the experience with the Turbo S's and the GT3s and walked off of the course just pulsing with adrenaline and a smile that went ear to ear. And I was walking out of the building, and I just thought, these are the greatest cars I've ever seen in my life. I hate my own car now. And as I'm walking out the door, I see one sitting by the door, and I just thought, yeah, that's going to have to be mine now. And I called my wife, and I said, she said, how was the experience? And I said, it was greater than what was sold to me, which is very rarely the case. And I think I'm going to be driving home in a new Porsche. And she said, no, you're not. Get home right now. I said, all right, fair enough.
We'll work on her.
Yeah, yeah.
Mate. Well, mate, take a seat. It's great to have you up here. We're going to see a little bit more of you later on. So a bit of a round of applause, please, for Armie. Thank you. And how Michael and his team will put the ignition on so you can have a bit of a look at the lighting. Run us through the streamlined dashboard you have here.
Yeah, I mean, for us, at Porsche, the driver is always in the focus of our job, and it's really, we try to arrange everything that the whole user experience and user interface really supports the driver driving. And again, the tricky part was balancing this, what we called to create this analog precision in combination with this digital experience. And I think we found a pretty good way. You have this very sophisticated touch screens on one hand, and on the other side, you have as well just very traditional switches.
When designing the car, who is the driver you had in mind?
I mean, there's not one special person. That's more different categories. You know, person that just